In the world of the NFL, roster cuts can become a dramatic turning point for many players, as teams must pare down their rosters to just 53 active players by 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation and uncertainty. Most organizations begin the offseason with around 90 players, often more due to special exemptions. This reality not only amplifies the challenge of selecting the final roster, but also highlights the emotional weight of releasing numerous talented individuals. The silver lining for these teams? While players may be cut or waived, this doesn't necessarily spell the end of their NFL careers. Many released athletes find themselves re-signing to the practice squad, which can begin forming as soon as noon Eastern Time the following day. However, it's important to note that there's no assurance a player will return to their original team. Veteran players have the freedom to sign with any team, and younger players placed on waivers are available to be claimed by any club. Let's dive into some of the most intriguing roster cuts made just prior to the NFL's deadline. Notably, we'll discuss unique players from diverse backgrounds, including the heaviest player in the league and a variety of young quarterbacks. Desmond Watson, a defensive tackle who briefly held the title of the heaviest player in NFL history at a staggering 449 pounds, was released by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Since signing, Watson did not participate in any preseason games, as the team focused on helping him shed some weight before giving him a chance to hit the field. Now, the question arises, will another team be willing to take a gamble on this massive talent? And could he find a place to play among the other 31 franchises? Dan Skipper, an offensive tackle previously with the Detroit Lions, is a name many fans might remember due to a controversial play against the Dallas Cowboys in 2023. Standing at an impressive 6'9" and weighing 334 pounds, Skipper was a reliable swing tackle for the Lions over his 7-season tenure. He embraced his fans who cheered enthusiastically every time he was considered as an eligible receiver. With his release, he's now on the lookout for a new opportunity. Could he find a spot with the Chicago Bears, where his former offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, is now at the helm? Another noteworthy cut is Tommy DeVito, a quarterback released by the New York Giants after they opted not to carry 4 quarterbacks on their roster. DeVito, 27, had a solid preseason, throwing for 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. With the Giants' quarterback room bolstered by high-profile names like Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, DeVito now faces the uncertainty of waivers or the possibility of rejoining the team on their practice squad. Meanwhile, Kenyon Green, a guard for the Philadelphia Eagles, was let go despite being a first-round pick from the 2022 NFL Draft. Acquired in a trade involving star player C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Green was unable to carve out a place on the roster, even with the left guard position being open due to an injury. Hendon Hooker, another quarterback, was cut by the Lions after failing to secure a backup position behind Jared Goff. Despite being a third-round draft choice in 2023, he struggled during the preseason with 3 interceptions amidst 22 completed passes. Now Hooker might be in need of a fresh start, as alluded to by Lions coach Dan Campbell. Let's also take a look at Kyle Trask, who had been with the Buccaneers since being selected in the 2nd round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Less than 3 weeks after the team brought in 32-year-old Teddy Bridgewater, Trask was released, partially due to a shoulder injury that likely complicates his future in Tampa Bay. The Dolphins surprised fans by releasing Mike Hilton, a veteran cornerback. Despite the team's issues at cornerback, Hilton's limited involvement with the starting defense during the preseason opened the door for this decision. It seems Miami is banking on the potential shown by rookie cornerback Jason Marshall Jr. and a recent signing of Rasul Douglas. Lastly, Michael Gallup, who had previously retired before the 2024 NFL season, attempted to return with the Washington Commanders but didn't showcase enough performance to move past the depth chart. With 4 catches for only 40 yards during the preseason, his future remains unclear. Will his release mark the end of his comeback attempt, or might he still seek out a role on another practice squad? This period of roster transitions is riddled with tension, but also filled with potential new beginnings. As we witness the fallout of these cuts, it leads us to wonder, who will emerge as the next big name in a different uniform? What are your thoughts on these roster decisions? Do you agree with the cuts made by these teams? Or do you see potential in any of these players that were released? Let's continue the conversation in the comments.